good to be with you today. Let me get my mic turned on. It's on. Okay, good. Great to see all of you. I know some of you from having been at Blacksburg, Christ Place for so long as pastor, and it's good to be reacquainted with some. My wife Debbie is with me this morning. We've been married 42 years and 4 months, and God has blessed us with children. Shelley, some of you may know, was born with special needs. She's well now, thank the Lord. She's in heaven. She died at 20. And then our son Bo, and Bo teaches at Cherokee Bluff High School, and his wife Ashley teaches at Buford Elementary, and then they have our 2 grandsons, and they go to Blacksburg or Christ Place, and our daughter Abigail is a doctor nurse practitioner up in Virginia with her husband Matt, and then Hannah Marie is a CPA, and she's applying for missionary service, may leave after the first of the year. Believes God's calling her to Nepal. And then Leah, our baby, is in graduate school at Columbia International University and also coaches track there. She ran track in college at North Greenville, and she got that from her mother. And so she's there and as a student, as a coach as well. Thank you all for the chance to be with you today. If I seem a little off kilter, I in Atlanta at 6 this morning from Quito, Ecuador, where I was down training pastors until late yesterday afternoon, and then flew out just after midnight this morning on about a 5-hour flight and landed around 6, and which is 5 hours ago. So I got to get ready for y'all. So got to run by home. We just moved a week ago back here. We kept our house here, moved back down off Jim Crow Road, and about 3 miles from here, maybe 3.5, 4 miles. So coming home to us is being here. We love it here and have a lot of friends here. And 4 of our 5 children were born up at Northeast Georgia Medical Center. So this has been a very precious, dear place for us. I was thinking, I've actually been here a couple of times. I think I conducted a funeral service here years ago, and then was here for a prayer rally y'all had a couple of years ago. But I appreciate Black Creek for a long time. Brother Mike Tater's a good friend of mine, and he was in Blacksburg Place, and I was pastor there. So we've known each other a long time. He's a dear brother. And then a couple of y'all, I think, have been on mission trips with me in the past. We've reconnected some this morning, as we used to take a lot of trips when I was pastor over not too far from here, and still doing that some. So it's good to see some faces that are have fond memories of you. Talking about transition pastor, and what does a transitional pastor do? Well, I'm too old and fat to be a pastor. So I want to help churches become what God wants them to be during the transition time, so you're ready to hit the ground running when you call a pastor. And so the focus primarily will be, all right, what's the goal? Well, that's pretty well spelled out in Matthew 28:19 through 20. Go make disciples of the nations. That's the ultimate goal of every church. How you accomplish that is much delineated in Acts chapter 2 through worship, prayer, evangelism, discipleship, and fellowship. And so if a church can click on all those cylinders, it can be effective in reaching people for Christ, reaching its community for Christ, and helping change the world for Christ. And I believe every Christian has that mindset and desire to do exactly that. Now, we live in an age of any problem, no matter how complex it was, and bumbling Barney Fife, who was always getting into some kind of trouble, and then Aunt B, the spinster aunt, who was always creating new problems for Andy, and precocious Opie, and the shenanigans he'd get involved with. And then you had supporting characters like Gomer Pyle. Shazam! You had Gomer, and you had the guy, Floyd, the barber, and everybody knows all those folks and still watch reruns today. I love the show today. And we wish America could be like Mayberry. But in reality, according to Andy Griffith, in an interview a few years back, before he passed away, he said,